Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, Kelvin from Augusta. What's going on, Elijah? And Creative Music Works 1. How are you all? Can you hear me? Hey, Jermaine, watching from St. Kitts in the Caribbean. Wow, wow. Hey, Jonathan from Orlando. Wait, is that Flavio from Brazil? Wow, Mike from Oakland. Come on in, everybody. Hey, Donald. All right, thanks, Elijah. All right, Dwayne, thank you. So let's just go. What is my first name? My name is Corey Taylor. Hey, Andre from Trinidad. Antonio from Brazil. Wow. Vincent from Botswana. Wow. Delon Bixby. Hey, are you related to Sean Bixby from Anderson? Hey, Enrico, how's it going? Ricardo from Mexico. Aha. Hey, Bree, how's it going? Hey, Jeremy, how are you from Colombia? Colombia. We give everybody just a couple more moments to get in the room, and we'll get started. I promise I won't keep you on as late as I've been keeping you. Our Wednesday night sessions have been going about an hour and a half. I am not going to keep you that long today. That's my goal. Sean Alvarado from Holland. Wow. Devontae Gordon. What's going on, Devontae? Sean from the Netherlands. Yeah. I got you. All right. What part of South Carolina, Delon? Let's see. All right. All right, y'all. Donald, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Devontae, yes, I'm on Instagram. You can find our channel, Skilled Musician LLC, I believe it is, after our company. Okay, so Delon, you're right. I've been Greenville, Spartanburg. I lived, I went to Clemson, of course, but I lived in Anderson for like 10 years, um, during and after school. Philip, nice touch, sir. Oh, thanks, Philip. Appreciate that. All right, so let's get started, y'all. So today, what I want to talk about is four techniques to play outside the changes. Um, so often when we're playing in a setting where we have to, improvise or do something, so often we get stuck playing within the changes, or then we're just playing the key. But I want to give you some four tools to help you get out of the key. And so, like, let me give you an example. If I was playing a song in C, for instance, um, let's say, I don't know. Let's go to F. C is fine. I'm doing 3, 6, 2, 5, 1 in the key of C. So, and and I'm just kind of staying. And this is fine. But, I could even play kind of bebop. Uh-oh. I wonder how that happened. Thanks for letting me know. All right. Very interesting. All right, thanks for letting me know, Devontae. And it's happening again. I'm not sure what's happening here. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't. Every time I get on this, some technical thing happens. We're gonna work this out and have a flawless session. Um, um, but what I was trying to say, the point I was getting at, is when we're playing inside, we're trying to figure out ways to sound interesting or get out of the key. And so I want to give you four quick ways. I'm not going to keep you here all night, I promise. I want to give you four quick ways to maneuver out of the key. All right, let's see. Somebody says, oh, yeah, you got to play that over again. Yeah, I was just getting into the thick of it, wasn't I? What was I saying? Even when, you kind of do some jazz stuff. And just kind of go forth. And even then, I was still kind of, diatonic to the key. And so I want to give you some four techniques. The first technique is something called side stepping or side slipping. This is probably the easiest technique to get across to people. This whole side stepping or side slipping idea. And the whole idea is whatever you played in one key, you just slide up or slide down to the next nearest key and do that same idea, right? So let's say I was in C, so let's just stay in C for a second. And no, let's go to D. Let's go to D. A side note, I get requests. Just a little quick side note, housekeeping. I get requests from musicians a lot to do stuff in certain keys. So I get a request for F sharp a lot, C, B flat, and I understand what it is. You feel comfortable playing in that one particular key, but I want to challenge all musicians to learn and become fluent in every key. So don't get stuck in one key. So I'm every time I do a video, I'm challenging musicians to broaden their horizons. So that's my little housekeeping. Let's get back to it. So let's say I'm in the key of D, and I'm kind of, I want to be bluesy. All right. So all you have to do is just side step up, which means just go up a half step. So watch this. Did you see what I did there? I just did the same up a half step and came back down. I could have gone down a half step. All right, and so let's do it. And you can do this with chords. You can do this with lines. The easiest way to kind of slide out of the key. So let's say I was grooving just. So all I was doing is just sliding from this kind of D Dorian kind of idea to this E flat Dorian kind of idea, right? You see that? Or sliding down. And you can do this for anything: chords, lines, licks. Let's see. All right, so here's a 2-5-1 idea. I just did it. I'd actually never played that before. That's pretty sweet. All right, and so this first idea of sidestepping or side slipping is the easiest way to get into this kind of idea. So if you're curious, how do I start sliding on a key? Just simply go up a half step. So Iki says, is it chromatic? Yes, just chromatically up or chromatically down. Vincent says, can apply it on chords. Just, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you said, Vincent. Maybe you can type that again. All right. So that's the first idea. All right. So is everyone cool on that one? Can you do it in whole tones? If you like. Yeah, for sure, Urban. We're going to come to that in a little bit, but for sure, you can definitely do that. For sure. Can you show it with chords? Yeah, Sean, I just did a little bit with chords. I can do it again. Let's say, let's pick a new key. Let's say I'm in A minor. And that's easy to see because it's kind of like... Set the groove. So right there, just I went up to B flat. You can start to see I went up to B flat and then back down to A minor. Down, G sharp. All right. All right, so just sliding up and down. All right, cool then. Let me come to another idea. Um, Here's another one. Here's another idea. Um, it might be my favorite idea. And it's the idea, um, the ear is yearning for some type of symmetry or some type of logic or something. The ear is struggling for that. And so I like to have fun um, uh, um, and make use of some kind of what I call internal logics. Let me explain what I mean. Um, the ear is looking for something symmetrical, something that it can grab hold of. So I'll play something and play something else symmetrical to it or similar to it, but it might not have any bearing on the key. It just feels good in the moment. So let me show you an example. Brian says, "Love the stank face on every jazzy chord." Oh man, I hate that. Man, when I look at myself back, I hate the way I look when I play. I try to smile more, but man, I hate that. All right, let's do a blues. That's kind of easy to demonstrate on. Uh, so here we go. Watch this. I'm gonna do. All right. Did you hear what I just did? I went from I'm in the key. Then I went to an E major triad. And I just descended down half the spot. You don't have to do that. I could have skipped around. Let's try that. You see how I take this idea that has kind of its own logic, or and I start moving it around. And I'm not even thinking about key anymore. I'm just thinking about the idea itself. And the idea works. I was playing E and D and B, D flat, E flat, just all of them over F blues, which those, E and F blues, they clash. But it seemingly works. Let's see. Let's try another one. Noriko asked, "Does it only work when you play triad?" No. Triads are great. It doesn't only work when you play triads, but I generally like to use it when I'm playing triads, because triads have such a strong. There's such a strong sound. One thing I like to do is I might add. So here's a triad, and I might add the fourth in there. So let's see if I can do this. All right, so I did A major, like I'm on F blue, and then I did G with the fourth, and then right. Iki says, "I don't know where is your key." Exactly the point. We're sliding out of the key. That's the whole point of this. Is how can you practice. Let's see if I can kind of maybe go a little faster. Did you hear it? I messed it up. Right. So that's another idea. Is to play. This generally works really well with triads, but you can do other things, and just play that kind of structure and move it around. And as long as it has its own internal logic, it'll work. All right. Let's do another one. So we've done sidestepping. We've done this kind of internal logic structure idea. Let's do scales. Scales. So, let's go back to D minor. Geraldo says, "Will this lesson be available to watch it other times?" Yes, as soon as this stream ends, you can watch it as much as you want. So, are we playing the scale or the triad, or the triad itself? The triad. You're playing the triad itself. So let's go to D minor. Let's go. So we're gonna play a kind of a D Dorian sound. All right. Our Regmon music. How you doing? All right. So we're gonna kind of be playing a D Dorian sound, right? So I'm gonna fool around in D Dorian. But then what I can do is sidestep, or not even sidestep, but just go to a different scale. So maybe I might play E flat Dorian scale. And so this is different than sidestepping, because sidestepping is like, playing the same lick half step up or not. But this is like I'm sliding to a different scale. So let's try this. Let's see. I'm just kind of trying to set myself up in D. Now watch as I slide out. So now I'm playing like E flat Dorian sound. So can you see how I slid out? I'm kind of playing a Dorian sound. This and then back down. All right. So kind of sliding out into another scale like E flat Dorian or anything else will work, right? So I have some questions. Only says I'm late. I'll watch the first 20 minutes later. Oh yeah, we have been on this long. Kent says doing scales based around the diminished family substitutions. Yeah, we're coming to that next, Kent. Wait, if you're in D, what made you choose E flat Dorian? Yeah, I just went up a half step. I could have chose E Dorian or F Dorian or tried any scale and see how it worked with the sound. I don't know. Let's try B flat Dorian. Let's just see what happens. So let's slow it down. Um, let's see. All right, so let me answer this question really quickly. But in that case, did you see what I did? I did a B flat Dorian idea, and it still worked. Um, okay. All right, let's see. Have some more questions. What chords are you playing in your left hand? I'm kind of doing the fourth thing, Elijah. So just kind of fourths. So throughout the key. So Enrico says, "What's the timing? 1, 2." It's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3 and the 4, and the 4. All right. All right. Kent says he would definitely wants lessons. Here you go. If you can sign up on this page for lessons with me. So just click that link right there, and it'll take you to my sign up page, and you can kind of. Sean says, so basically with sidestepping, you repeat the same chord and licks. Exactly. Will it work if you play a diminished thing over the D, Do, and... Sure. Diminished kind of is it's like... I was going to pull that one out too today and talk about that one, but I decided against it. So I'm going to limit myself today to only 4. So diminished... only you're trying to pull me into that discussion. That'll keep us here another 30 minutes. I promise you I was going to get y'all out of here. I'm not going to keep you here all night. So maybe I can do another one on diminished, because diminished is its own deal. Only says very deceiving. Felt like you were about to change keys, but then you went back. That's exactly the idea. And it says, so what? Those are so what chords. That's exactly right. So what chords are built on fourths. And then the top interval is a third, a major third. So you see that? So now you can also use pentatonic scales, and you can use the pentatonic scale to so here I'm playing F pentatonic. I could play G pentatonic, A pentatonic. So that's again using a scale, B pentatonic. So let's see if I can just kind of move these back and forth. That's F, G, A, B. All right. So using scales of any sort, like Dorian, kind of the modes, or even pentatonic scales, these all kind of work to give this idea. Okay. All right. And so we're moving right along. The last thing I want to talk about is cycle patterns. Cycle patterns. So let me write on the screen. So Cortal. Cycle patterns. Okay. Sean says, are we still at point 1? No, we're actually on point 4. Let's see. Chords and quartal harmonization help to create outside ideas better, right? Yeah, quartal harmony, it's angular, but it's also ambiguous. So this chord, for instance, can imply a lot of things. It could be C major, could be D minor, could be B flat major, could be A flat major 7 sharp 11. It could be F sharp 7 with a flat 9 and sharp 5 and sharp 11. So quarter voice things have such an ambiguous sound that they can be used to kind of make the harmonic context ambiguous. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about is cycle patterns. All right. So cycle patterns, what does that mean? Well, somebody mentioned it earlier, but the idea is playing the same pattern of fixed intervals um, through through a series of fixed intervals. I'm sorry. So I said that wrong. So playing a pattern through a series of fixed intervals, um, and so one of the common ones in jazz that you hear a lot of guys play is this pattern: 1, 2, 3, 5. So if I was to take the C major scale, for instance, and number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and play the first, second, third, and fifth scale degree. So I get this. All right. And so what guides will do is play a phrase and then take it up through different fixed intervals. So it could be up the diminished cycle. So that means going up in minor thirds. So C, E flat, G flat, A flat. I'm sorry, A. Right. Sorry. Somehow I ended up on A. I'm not sure how that happened. And so you can use these kind of cycle patterns to slide out of the key. And so let's see if I can demonstrate something. Let's go back and groove in D minor. No, let's change key. Let's groove in G minor. So let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 5 in G minor, right? So now I'm going to go up in minor thirds with this minor. So I'm starting G minor, then B flat minor, then D flat minor, then E minor, then back to G minor. So let's see if I can do it without stopping. So hopefully I was able to demonstrate that, so you can get the idea of taking a line or like a melodic scale and moving it through. When I say melodic scale, I mean a small series of notes and moving them through a fixed interval. So it could be a whole tone scale, like someone mentioned earlier, or the diminished cycle. But hopefully these four ideas, sidestepping, using a structured idea, and that doesn't have to be in a particular order, using scales outside of your initial scale, or using cycle patterns. These will help you get out of the key and playing some really, really cool ideas. So are there any questions? So those are the four things I wanted to talk about today. You can't do this on your guitar. Need a loop pedal. Actually, a lot of this stuff is, well, as far as the playing, yeah. But a lot of these ideas are guitar guys. Guitar guys live in this world because it's so easy just to learn a pattern and then just slide it, and you don't have to change really much of anything. So only says, as a theme suggestion, could you make a video or a live for most common patterns used? Sure, sure. There are a number of patterns. Um, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I'll write that down so I don't forget it. All right. All right. Let's see, Enrico. For pentatonic variation, can we do major and minor? Yeah, for sure, Enrico. For sure. Yeah, only says he just played these. I'm assuming you're a he. Forgive me if you're not. I just play these patterns on the guitar. Yep. And it's easy because the fingers are exactly the same. You can just kind of. Alex, blessings from Russia. Hey, Alex from Russia. Could you demonstrate saucing with how great is our God? Let's see. I don't know. What key? I don't know. So this somebody asked me, who was that? Sean asked me to kind of demonstrate on a gospel song, and I'm gonna try my best. Let's see what I can come up with. These are best. Well, let's see if I can do it. We'll try. These are easiest to do, like if the band's jamming at offering time in a service on a Sunday service. But let's see if I can do it. So in this case, where it's all kind of chords, then I'm thinking I'm going to do some type of chordal move, a movement with chords that might sidestep. So, so I might do something like that. I know I'm going to how great is our God. Then I know I'm going to do a 2-5-1 to G minor. So maybe what if I did a 2-5-1, like I was going to A flat minor and then came with a 2-5-1 to G minor. I've never done this before, so I'm live. We're experimenting, but this is part of the learning process. So let's see if we can pull this. I don't know. I don't know if I liked it, so let's try it again. All right, did you see what I did there? I did like F sharp to B7 and then F to B flat 7. So let's try it again. Let's see if we can put something on the 4. Yeah, so only says it's only a matter of being tasteful, not overdoing it. Exactly. So I'm trying to find a way to be tasteful and do this. Sometimes it's not. So this kind of thing is not meant to be done with singers singing on top. So it's kind of difficult. And keep kind of the semblance of the melody happening. But let's see. Let's try. All right, yeah, exactly, Justin. You definitely have to let the melody go. Um, I want. This is interesting. Let me try one more time though. Uh, so that's one way guys might do on the five. So how great is our God? So I kind of did like I'm playing um, like I'm playing a 2-5-1 in B, but then I came back down and did it in B flat. So let's try it. Great, how great is our God. So that'll be a cool place. That works. Right here. I tried again. So yeah, that's kind of sidestepping on that, and that might work there. All right. So Sean says, "What was your thought process behind these chords going to the sixth?" I'm just playing 2-5-1. So two. So our one in this case is minor. So it's going to be A minor 7 flat 5 to D 7 flat 9, right? And then G minor. And I like to mess with my G minors a little bit, but my minor chords. But it's just G minor 9 or G minor 7. So now here I'm just messing with the tensions. I'm sorry. And so this stuff you see me doing, I'm just messing with diminished, going back to G minor. Okay. All right. Let me try it with a for the major bebop. So Devontae asked, "What are the notes for the C bebop scale?" So you're talking about the dominant bebop or the major bebop? So major bebop would be just a major scale and add a half step between the fifth and the sixth. But for dominant bebop, it would be half step between the root and the seventh. So. Okay. So let me try playing this again one more time and see if I can do some lines. Now I want to try some lines for a second. So I had some successes there and a couple failures, but you can't be scared to fail, even on live stream. So as long as you're tasteful and you can get it in there right, you can do this even in a church service. Not all and not everywhere. You have to pick your spots, pick them very carefully, but you can do it. All right. Sean says drop twos, right? Yeah, drop twos for sure. I'm a big fan of drop twos. All right, y'all. All right. Any more questions? I promised you I wouldn't keep you here all night, and I'm going to be a man, true to my word. So we've been at about 45 minutes now. Um, Elijah, that sounds cool. Love your blue and Jess. Oh, thanks, Elijah. I appreciate that. Um, let's see. Elijah asks, how can someone improve what you have taught? Slow practice. Where's the drop two video? I talk about drop two videos in my 12 left-hand voicings. So check that out on my channel. It's one of my earlier videos. A couple years ago, I put that out, 12 left-hand voicings. Um, I have a part one and part two. I'm not sure which one it's on. I'm not sure if it's on part one or part two, but definitely check those out. Ken says, love your videos, man. Thanks. Thanks, Ken. I really appreciate that. So are there any more questions? Can you do some fat preacher chords in and out of the key, 2-5-1s for gospel musicians? Fat preacher chords. uh, let's see. I have a gospel course where we really dig into preacher chords. I don't know if I'll do one publicly because that's part of our course where we go really really in depth. So let me think on it. Or definitely join our course. I'd love to have you, Leonard Styles. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Leonard. Wait, I think I know Leonard. I can't cry. Thanks so much for what you do, sir. Have a blessed evening. You'll hear from me soon for lessons. Okay, Ken, just go online and you can schedule them, and we'll work it out immediately. Mark, you're welcome. Donald, thanks. Leno, saludos desde Argentina. Cool. Thank you for your time, brother. Thank y'all. Here's an idea before you go. I'll say this to your question, Urban, about these ideas can be done at random. Yes, but there's real intentionality behind it. So I'm not just picking random notes, but I have an intentional idea behind it. Oh, hey Boston. I was like, I know that name. Um, so there's real intentionality behind picking what I play, and there's real, it's not a word, but emphaticness behind what I'm playing. So it's just not randomly just grabbing notes, but there has to be some structure, some semblance of order. All right. Only this channel's amazing, and these lives are awesome. Thanks, Only. Eli says we can apply these for techniques. Um, um, I'm not sure what you mean, Elijah. Lyrica says, what's a good sample song to do this stuff on? Footprints is a classic. So What is a classic. Those two will be great. Mark, please, Doc, show me a little bit. I got a thing on that, Mark. As I said, it's part of our course, man. So, you're welcome to come on and join our course, man, and I'll show you everything without any filter. Lasana, thank you, Corey. Great. How should I practice these? So good question, Lasana. So practice one thing at a time, and I think what I'll do